All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jimmy Fowler. I'm a lead meteorologist here at the Houston Galveston office, and I'll be giving you an update on our upcoming Arctic front and winter weather hazards for this weekend. So, situation overview, what's changed? Forecast is largely on track. We are looking at maybe a bit of a later transition to the freezing rain, possibly Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. And then it does appear that the wind chills this weekend are trending colder. The key messages for this presentation is going to be really hammering the dangerous cold that will be moving over the area this weekend. This is going to be potentially life-threatening, dangerous cold with the wind chills. We're looking at prolonged period of below freezing temperatures, possible Saturday night through Monday morning. Wind chill values into the single digits, possibly to near zero across portions of the area. A hard freeze is possible nightly, Saturday through Monday. Icy conditions, chance of freezing rain Saturday morning through Sunday afternoon for most of southeast Texas. Greatest risk of accumulating ice will be in the Piney Woods and Brazos Valley, but risk extends to the coast, especially for elevated surfaces. Preparations should be completed by Friday afternoon. Again, this is the timeline for most of the region. Looking at rain continuing through Saturday kind of afternoon, and then the potential to transition over for freezing rain Saturday afternoon to Sunday morning, and then the icy conditions linger through Monday. Then we're looking at the freezing temperatures lingering from Saturday night through Monday. This is the winter storm watch for across southeast Texas. You'll notice that parts of Texas has been increased to a winter storm warning to our north and west. We are monitoring the potential for upgrading our watch into a warning over the next 24 hours. We are anticipating within this watch area of around 1/10 of an inch of ice or more. This will lead to hazardous travel conditions and weather-related power outages may occur. Be prepared to adjust travel this weekend. An extreme cold watch remains in effect from Saturday evening through Monday for all of southeast Texas. We're looking at dangerous cold wind chills from 5 to 15 degrees. Prolonged hours of sub-freezing temperatures will be possible, and the coldest conditions are looking likely for Sunday night into Monday. So what's causing all of this? The map on the left is the kind of a surface map analysis for Friday into Friday night, showing that we have a cold front that will be pushing through the region. That's going to be bringing us a surge of moisture and then a surge of cold air behind it. As we go into Saturday night, there will be lingering cold air, lingering moisture overlapping with the cold air. That's going to be the cause of our freezing rain potential for this weekend. We are looking at the potential for any of that scattered rain showers on Friday could lead to some of the pre-treatment to wash away. Now, this map here shows an estimated time for the freezing rain, kind of broken down to 3 parts across the region. So across the Piney Woods and Brazos Valley region, we're possibly looking at freezing rain beginning as early as Saturday afternoon and then lingering into Sunday morning. And then as we go a little further down into our area, we're looking at more Saturday evening into Sunday early afternoon, and then potentially down along the coast, we're looking the transition over to freezing rain Saturday night and continuing, possibly lingering into the afternoon, early evening hours on Sunday. So this is a reasonable worst case scenario for freezing rain totals through this event. Again, this is not our exact forecast, as there is unfortunately still some high uncertainty. But honestly, plans should be kind of factoring in this worst case scenario for your planning purposes. As you can see, our kind of the main area that we're looking for significant icing potential will be up in the Piney Woods and Brazos Valley region. And then we're looking at some accumulation down along the I-10 corridor, and then at least a trace down along the coast. So this map here shows the probabilities of any amount of freezing rain. Now, these percentages have been increasing since yesterday. So, don't pay too close attention to the actual numbers, but this is just kind of showing you that really all of Southeast Texas is going to have a chance for some freezing rain. The greatest likelihood is going to be in the Piney Woods and Brazos Valley, but really anywhere across Southeast Texas is going to have a chance for freezing rain this weekend. This map here shows the probabilities of freezing rain greater than 1/10. So this is when we start getting some accumulating ice. Again, the greatest risk is across the north. When we start having icing around this level, we see weather-related power outages becoming possible with the elevated wind gusts. Any weak, damaged tree limbs may begin to break, and elevated roadways and surfaces may become hazardous. This map here shows the same probability, but for 1/4 of an inch. So this is more of a significant icing accumulation. Here it does show the likelihood of the greatest across the Piney Woods, with some possibility down towards the I-10 corridor. When we start seeing this type of significant icing accumulation, we have increased likelihood of weather-related power outages when combined with elevated wind gusts. Tree limbs may begin to break, and roadways and surfaces become hazardous. This map here shows the wind gusts through this weekend. We are anticipating northerly winds with gusts to 20 to 30 miles per hour Saturday afternoon through Sunday night. So one change that we have from yesterday is that kind of this period of elevated winds may end up being a little bit longer and extending a little further into Sunday night. Strongest of these winds look to be Saturday night into Sunday afternoon. These winds will cause dangerously cold wind chills across the area, with increased risk of weather-related power outages in areas that got accumulating ice. Looking at the low temperatures Saturday night into Sunday morning, this is going to be kind of a reasonable best case scenario, so kind of the warmest, most likely scenario, and then a reasonable worst case scenario, so the coldest. One thing for Saturday night into Sunday morning, these cold temperatures are going to be happening more towards the later part of the night, towards kind of daybreak Sunday. You may actually start the night kind of closer towards freezing, especially across the north, and then really just drop through the nights. So we're looking at the most likely scenario of the freezing line getting really kind of close down towards the I-10 corridor, maybe down towards the coast. But if the cold front is a little bit quicker with a little bit stronger of a push of cold air behind it, we could see temperatures down into the 20s to low teens by Sunday morning. This map here shows the same thing of a reasonable best case, most likely, and reasonable worst case scenario for Sunday night into Monday morning. This is kind of looking to be like our coldest period of this weekend. So the reasonable best case scenario, so our warmest, is having temperatures down into the mid to low 20s down to the coast. And this is approaching the hard freeze criteria with temperatures down into the teens across the Piney Woods. The most likely scenario is that we're going to be getting down into the teens to low 20s across the area. However, the reasonable worst case scenario where we could get the coldest is we could get actual temperatures dropping down into the single digits across the Piney Woods and Brazos Valley, with teens expected across the rest of the region. Now looking into Monday night into Tuesday morning, that cold weather is going to be will be persisting. We are looking at most likely looking at temperatures down into the teens to 20s across the area. However, we could still see another night down into the single digits to low teens across much of the area. This is going to be a prolonged cold event where we're going to be dropping below freezing for potentially for more than 24 consecutive hours for parts of the region. We start to see our temperatures drop below freezing Saturday night, and then potentially not get back above freezing until Monday afternoon. And then we have that another cold shot Monday night into Tuesday morning before we finally start getting back up into the 40s potentially by Tuesday afternoon. Any of the moisture that has fallen over the weekend, if any of these puddles end up melting at all during the day on Sunday, if we end up having to be a little bit warmer than expected, it will refreeze Sunday night into Monday morning. And then again, Any lingering moisture on the ground Monday night into Tuesday morning will have the opportunity to refreeze again. This is the wind chill forecast, so kind of like the feels like temperature across the weekend. These are dangerously cold wind chills Saturday night through Monday morning. Single digit wind chills are possible for most areas Sunday into Monday, with the potential of wind chills down into the low single digits to near 0 degrees across the Piney Woods and Brazos Valley area. We're like what we saw with the cold temperatures. Wind chills may not rise, will likely fall below freezing Saturday night, and then not rise above freezing for parts of the area potentially until Tuesday. Taking a look at the marine hazards, no significant changes from yesterday. We're seeing offshore winds around 20 to 30 knots with potential gusts to gale offshore early Saturday into Monday. The coastal waters will see seas raised to build to 7 to 10 feet, with rough bay waters expected in the bays. Negative tides are possible beginning Sunday and potentially continuing into the first half of next week. Some considerations, these high winds over the waters will bring wind chills down into the teens to low 20s, even over the open waters. Any moisture, any rain, freezing rain, will have the potential for icing on exposed surfaces, especially on metal, plastic, glass, and elevated surfaces. So takeaways and considerations for today, we're going to see the scattered rain showers on Friday. That could lead to some pre-treatment issues for the roads to wash away by the time we get the freezing rain late Saturday into Sunday. Dangerously cold wind chills and temperatures are expected, with hard freezes likely through the weekend. An extreme cold watch is in effect for most of the area Saturday night through Monday morning. The threat for freezing rain is increasing Saturday into Sunday. We have a winter storm watch in effect for most areas along and north of I-10 Saturday into Sunday afternoon. The precipitation will be winding down for most areas Sunday morning, but we may see some lingering activity along the coast into the afternoon. The threat is increasing that we will see accumulating ice within the watch area, and we will be watching for the potential for upgrading that watch into a warning by tomorrow. Impacts to consider, is the hard freeze and dangerously cold conditions, and also the hazardous travel likely Saturday into Monday due to the ice accumulations. It doesn't take a lot of ice to make travel difficult across the area, especially on elevated roadways. That is all I have for you this morning or this afternoon. The next briefing will be at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to be closing the recording now and open the floor to questions.